exhausting. Guess what? I just wanna go home.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Riss, and I kind of just wanted to do a nice little sit down. Like, I really needed to be in the mood to like film this so that I can like explain what's been going on, why I've been gone. Like, I gotta tell you why I took a break, like what's going on in my life, so that you guys can understand. I'm gonna tell you the reason why while I do a mask. I've been talking about this mask for like a few videos now, and I felt like it was the right time to, you know, pop this open. Also very fitting. I feel like it looks like me. Like, look at, like twins. Either way, let's get right into the video. Like, no need to do all these delays. Oh my gosh, it says it expires in 2018. Well, needless to say, it's 2019 and we still finna use it. Oh, stretch her out. Oh wait, why is it coming off on this side? Oh, I can't deal with the drip. Ooh, juicy package. Oh, I can't deal with the drip. Well, I rubbed that right into my legs. It was like particles in this. I don't know how I feel about that. Also expired. Maybe it wasn't even green to begin with. Okay. Oh my god. Why is the eye hole so small? Ugh. Oh my god. Okay. All right. I don't know whose mouth is this small either. Okay, we gotta stretch these eyes out, because who on God's green earth? Okay, alrighty then. I think this is as close as I'm gonna get. Let's get to talking. Let's talk about what happened and why I left. So, I need to put on my glasses because I can't see where the lens is. Either way, the reason why I left, the first time I took a break, like a while back, I think it was around like Thanksgiving, okay, hello, it says hello. Okay, the first time I took a break, it was because my grandmother had passed away. Second break was because my other grandmother died. Now, I'm not trying to discredit the first grandmother that died, which is on my mom's side. The grandmother on my father's side that had just passed, she lives in this house with me. So I see her more often than I see my other grandmother. Again, not to discredit her, I love both my grandmothers, but I had a closer relationship to my grandmother that had just passed. How it kind of went down, like, I knew that at some point something bad would happen to my grandmother. She was diagnosed with lung cancer a while ago, and they cut what they needed to cut out of her lung. She was supposed to be fine. Didn't work out that way. She had to get chemo. She's been getting chemo for a good like 2 years or so. At some point they found the cancer. They found the cancer in her brain. So it started spreading and came to the point that the doctor was like, hey, I think you need to start, it's either you get radiation. And my grandmother, straight Caribbean, she don't want like nothing mash up her head. So she was quickly to say no. The only other option is hospice. She's been on hospice since Christmas. So we spent Christmas together. That was the first Christmas without my other grandma. She was there. My grandma was there. And she lived until May. Oof, her death was really hard. She was really important in my life. She's like my biggest cheerleader. Oh my God, the mouth on that woman, she cursed you out so quick. Anybody that ever disrespected me, my grandma would come for them. She's just all around like such a great lady. I miss her every single day. Every single day. I try not to think about it, and it makes me sad to think like it makes me sad that I'm trying not to think about her, but when I think about her, I want to like cry. People who have experienced someone that they love go through hospice, it's like really hard, because you hear people tell you, they're like, oh yeah, you know, at some point they'll stop talking, at some point they'll stop eating, and then after that it's just like a waiting game and you gotta wait. And I was like, nah, it's fine. Like my grandma, she's so strong. That lady is so strong. I'm like, she's gonna at least make it to her birthday. Her birthday is July 24th. Me, my sister, and my grandmother, all July babies. My grandma loves saying that she's a Cancer. I'm like, Grandma, you're not a Cancer, you're a Leo. But whatever, she will always say she's a Cancer. At that point, I was kind of like, okay, she's not eating. All we're doing is wetting her tongue. At that point, I knew that she was gonna pass any day, and I kind of, I don't know, I kind of had to come to terms with the fact that like she's dying, she's gonna die, and it's so hard. Yeah, so realized that she was gonna die, but I had a trip. It was gonna be a fun little like trip, just me and my sister. Me and my sister had a conversation a few times about like, oh, would you feel guilty if Grandma died when we were on a trip? I was like, no, not really, because at the end of the day, like, you know, I still gotta live my life, and I gotta go. I was going. I wasn't gonna throw away the tickets. I wasn't gonna, you know, do that. I was gonna go on this trip. Either way, I'm not trying to like make it a long story short, but we left on the 23rd in the afternoon on our flight going to China. We come back May 4th or something like that. May 4th, May 3rd. Our parents took us out to eat, and while we were at the restaurant, my mother was like, okay girls, by the way, just gotta tell you guys, your grandmother has passed. And I was like, okay. And it's weird to go, it was weird to go when I came home, to go into her room and see nobody in there. Again, people who know what hospice is, my grandmother was bedbound, so she was like kind of just stuck in a hospital bed in her house. Either way, I already like foreseen her dead multiple times in my mind the second she stopped talking. It's just, I was there for everything. I wanted to be there for the finish line, if that makes any sense. So I wanted to be in the house, in the room, when she took her last breath. I wanted to be there for that. That's just a personal opinion for me. That stuff doesn't freak me out. Dead bodies don't scare me. Like that stuff, like blood and vomit and like doo-doo. Like I dealt with all that with my grandmother. I was pretty much a nurse. It's not, so I wanted to be there, and it was kind of like sad that like as she died and took her last breath, I'm like on a airplane over the Atlantic Ocean, like, and my dad had to sit there and plan a funeral, tell everybody, call the family, make sure to call all my family to tell them to not tell us that she passed, so that we would enjoy our trip without having to think about the fact that our grandmother is already dead. It's yeah, it was really hard, to say the least. Yeah, I'm still dealing with that. It still hurts me to this day. Both of my grandmother's losses, but you know, this one hurt. It hurt so bad. The hardest thing to deal with, I think, is I'm just gonna take this off. I don't really need this to talk. This thing is horrible. I can tell it's expired. I think the hardest thing to deal with is just the memories. It's the after part about death and losing someone that is like that's like the hardest part. And I don't know if I'm the only one, but I'm only 18 and it felt like I wasn't ready for it. Like I'm not prepared for that to occur to me. Having to be in a place where you see your mom breaking down and crying because her mom is dead, what is she gonna do? I feel wrong to complain to my mom about my problems, and my mom doesn't have someone for her to call and tell her about her problems. My dad, I have to watch my dad cry. Like, her face, her smile. The hardest thing is like trying to keep her alive while trying to keep myself alive. Trying to keep her in my memories. I want to make sure I know what her voice sounds like, what her laugh sounds like, what her smile looks like. Everything, like her personality, I'm trying to remember it. But I'm trying to move forward. I'm trying to move forward with my life and try not to dwell on her death, and to make sure it doesn't stop me from moving on. I don't know why I came in front of a camera and decided to tell you about that. I could have just quickly said my grandmother passed, and that's the reason why I haven't been posting. But I wanted to talk about her. It's therapeutic. YouTube is really therapeutic, and sometimes just having your feelings be public, maybe someone can relate. Maybe someone's going through the same thing. Maybe, you know, you can tell me about something. I can tell you about more things that have happened to me. Either way, the reason why I left, I needed a break. I needed to take a break from speaking to anybody. I don't want to be on social media. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to look at anybody. But I had to force myself at some point to like leave my house and like do things. Other than that, I don't know, does my face look any better? I mean, I'm pretty sure it looks puffy and red because I was crying. Maybe tears are the real like moisturizer. These skincare brands need to get on that. Thanks for you guys for sticking with me and subscribing. I actually really definitely appreciate it. Love you guys. I've been watching a lot of like K and C dramas while I've been like huddled up hoarding in my room. So I learned quite a bit of Mandarin. Y'all tell me if this is correct. For anybody up in the comments who speaks anything other than English. If you speak Mandarin, cool, holla at me if you want to teach me something. Bro, like DM me. We could like set up some type of Skype thing and You know, you teach me what you want to teach me. But wa aini wo kankan wo kankan later, because I don't know how to say later. So I said I love you, and I'll see you later. Yeah, that probably sounds stupid. I hope I cut that out. Marissa, cut that out. Cut it out. Either way, bye. Love you.
I'm a cool girl. I'm a cool girl. Ice cold.
One, that song is my anthem. Two, like every time I feel tired, I be at work and I'm like, I'm exhausted. I just wanna go home.